Guys, continuing through Innistrad, we are fighting the Necromancer, Liliana Vess. This is a tough challenge. I know from the past of playing. I don't particularly love this hand because I don't have a second turn drop. I have two optional third turn drops, but it's kind of contingent on getting that mana, and then from there, I'm good. But I want to come out aggressive. I don't love this hand. I'm going to keep it though. The other thing about this being a second turn drop is I don't have any instants or sorceries in my hand, and that sort of lends it to, you know, I can't pump it. So really, this is actually a very slow hand. I don't really love it. Now, if I don't catch a land here, if I don't grip up a land, I will be sad. They want me to discard, and here's the thing: the Pelika Worm is people's natural discard here, I think, because it's very expensive. But believe it or not, this card is just not good right now. If I grip up another land, I want to be casting turn 3 drops. I'm never going to really have a good time to cast this. So discarding the Kiln Fiend is best. This is an aura, so it's not an instant or sorcery. So it's never going to get bigger. And I don't have an Advocate of the Beast in my hand, so this card's not going to get any bigger or any better. This can potentially help me late game because it gains me life and draws cards. And usually, if I had a very complete deck, that would be entirely the wrong play. But right now, this is the right play, and it's a little weird for me. Hopefully I get a land. Ooh, got a land. Life is not so bad. I'm going to drop this. Hopefully, Liliana will swing in. And then after Liliana swings in, Liliana does not drop another creature. I can play the Lightning Talons and then get ahead. Because I'll take 7 to Liliana's face. I'll be glad to do that. And that's a creature. Not happy about that. Alright. Now I have some choices here. Liliana is running a board wipe called Mutilate. One Mutilate just went to the graveyard. And you can see what it does. All creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn for each swamp you control. So in a 60 card deck, you can run 4 of them. So that means we have a 1 in every 15 card chance. She just expended 1. She has 5 in her hand. So technically, if she draws into another 10 cards, I can expect to see another one. But I don't really expect to see another one right now. So we have a few modes of how we can play forward. We can either play the Hunt Beast. We can swing in, and they will very likely trade creatures, which I don't really like trading creatures. I don't like going 1 for 1, especially when I don't have like a big game-ending spell. Like if I had a big game ender or something like that, it'd be fun to go 1-1 because I'm going to play something really powerful towards the end, and but I'm not gaining any card advantage. If I play this right now, I play this card. That's what I'm going to do. That's the line of my thought. I'm going to swing in. If Liliana takes 7 to the face, I'm okay with that. If she blocks it, I'm okay with that. Because as of right now, I didn't lose a permanent and she did. So I'm ahead as far as the board's concerned. So I have a little bit of card advantage here. Now earlier she made me discard 1, so that technically puts us even as far as card advantage is concerned. I don't know what that does. Beginning of your upkeep, target opponent discards a card if you control power. Yeah, she doesn't control the greatest power. We're not worried about that. We don't want to play the Advocate of the Beast. What we do want to do is keep our late game Advocate of the Beast and Hunt Beast, and then we'll probably see a Mutilate turn up. What I want to do is keep swinging with the 7/1 every single turn, make it uncomfortable. Now I have the choice of playing the Elder of Laurels. The reason why I don't want to dedicate like the Advocate of the Beast and the Hunt Beast right now is because I want to keep that combination for, let's say she plays another Swamp right now and then plays the Mutilate, then my creature will have gotten -4, -4, and that would reduce its toughness to 0, because it only needs to get -1, -1 to do that. When its toughness gets reduced to 0, it's going to get removed from the board. So if she were to Mutilate next turn, I don't want to play this and let her get, you know, my Hunt Beast plus my cat plus the Aura. You know, that's 3 cards to 1. That means she got card advantage again. If I play the Elder of Laurels, she's still getting 3 to 1. But the better combination is to have this and this in play after the next Mutilate clears. So I'm going to go ahead and play this just to take an aggressive route, but it could nip me in the butt. It could hurt. We'll see. Not getting that land. Wants me to discard. Man, my least favorite card in my hand right now is probably the Pitchburn Devils. But let's think about this. I can get her low enough in life to force that 3 damage to her face if she kills this. And that's that combination. I really like that combination because it'll get big, it'll keep getting bigger. This thing's already badass by itself. It's just going to take us a couple turns. I think if the Pittsburgh Devils is the right play there, to go ahead and discard that. Of course, I could have played that this turn, and I would have been kind of happy about it. Swinging. I'm also swinging with this because there's no reason not to. Okay, since she decided to take the damage here, I'm not intending to play anything else because I'm very weary of that Mutilate. And you'll play some games against her, and that Mutilate will hit you, and you'll really understand why. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just pump this card. I'm going to pump the Elder Laurels. It can target any creature on the board, and I'm going to hit for 4 to her face. And you can see now that this combination here, first strike's huge. I mean, that generated huge card advantage. I'm usually not very big on playing auras, but in a limited like meta or whatever, it's not bad. Yeah, gain all the life you want to, chick. This gives her life for swamps and playing black spells. Now she's on the defensive. She didn't have that 4th turn Mutilate. That makes me happy. Oh, she's making me discard. Takes the Pelican Worm. Smart move. But the computer, to be fair, can't see the combination of this, I think, until it's on the board. So that's just something that, you know, computers deal with that that a player might see. A player might have taken away that Hunt Beast or the Advocate of the Beast. I'm not sure. Before the damage was put on, I meant to hit the X, but I was talking about the combination. Oh well. Our board presence is huge right now. We are generating a huge amount of card advantage, so we're happy. And I really think that it's all because of the Necromancer's Assistant dropping her Mutilate. Otherwise, she would have had a 4th turn Mutilate, and we would have lost both these creatures. Ideally, I would love to have a land right now. Didn't get it. The reason that I wanted a land is because I could have played this creature here, and then had 3 creatures on the board, giving the Elder of Laurels +3/+3 whenever I attack in right now. And you can see that it's actually saying that that's the best thing to do. What I'm going to do, I am not going to attack in with the Elder Laurels, because if I do, I'm going to pump that up to a let's see. It gets +2/+2 because there are 2 creatures in play. Oh, never mind. I can play this. That'll work. Bam. I was so fixated on, now I'm going to attack it, and the reason is because I can give the Elder of Laurels +3/+3. So regardless of what Liliana blocks here, that worked out pretty well. Yeah, and you can see the Elder of Laurels. You know, I said, you know, in previous videos that there's a huge amount of card advantage in having that on the board. It's way better than a single Titanic Growth, so long as you have creatures on the board. That is. If you're very limited on creatures, the Titanic Growth is surprisingly better. And that's what you'll find with a lot of Magic, is that it just depends on the scenario of what you're playing. Let's see here. I ideally want to kill her this turn. So let's see, if I play this, I can give a creature +4/+4. So if these two got in with +4/+4, that would still only be 7. So it wouldn't exactly matter. But what I do need to do is give it a +4/+4 in case he blocks the Elder of Laurels. If he blocks the Elder of Laurels, I want to have +4/+4 to make sure that his creature dies and mine doesn't. Alright. And I'm going to go ahead and pump the Elder. And, you know, this is actually a very hard encounter. Liliana is tough, so if you're having trouble with this, just keep playing it over and over. You may even want to go to another plane, play a different encounter or something like that. If you're just, you know, a beginner and you're stuck, by all means, you know, do what you need to do to keep your deck, you know, to keep grinding cards. Probably should have read that. What does that say? Oh, when it dies. There we go, we won that one. So that makes me feel good. And let's see what this booster gives us. Got another Prey Pawn, got another Cobbled Wings. Blood Feud, which we've talked about before, is not that great of a card. We have 2 Mentor of the Meek now, and this is actually kind of interesting. You know, we talked about... I'm going to go into Deck Manager real quick. But we talked about previously that the white-green build is actually really solid. And right now we have 2 Mentor of the Meek and a lot of, you know, small white and green creatures. So you can see how... you know, between the Mentor of the Meek and these, I mean, like, you can almost draw out your whole freaking deck and go directly into that, go directly into the Seraph of the Masses and actually generate a really huge creature, which would be cool. We're going to continue through Innistrad. I really need that Charmbreaker Devils before I'm going to be happy with life, because it's going to build such consistency to your deck. This is that Mad Scientist. We destroyed him last time, so this should be an easy go. I don't love this hand because I don't have a first, second, or third turn drop, but I do like that I just have Hunt Beast with Prey Upon, and I already know what his win condition is. His win condition is getting that one little Scientist dude out and then decking himself. And if I can go ahead and remove one of them, with a Prey Upon, then I'm good. That being said, I don't like, you know, to take any hand usually where more than 50% of my hand is lands. So I'm gonna switch. This is a bit worse. I need a red mana, but hopefully the Magic Gods will provide one. Um, yeah, I don't love it. It's so contingent on red. I'm gonna have to take a new hand. Oh, 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 and now is where we just rage quit. Um, yeah, we just rage. We restart the duel. Sometimes you will have to restart. I mean, like I don't feel like I got a fair shake as far as, um, you know, what your deck's giving you. Like this. I mean, like, you know, it's obviously not fair if you get a Charmbreaker Devils and you're like, yeah, kick ass, and you have one land in hand. There are a lot of, and then they give me one land again, and one land again. You know what though? I feel like I can take this. I feel like this hand is actually the best hand that I've gotten so far. The reason is because it's a 1/1 that's going to basically be unblockable by anything on the opponent's team. Some giant growths. I might be able to do a fair amount of damage very quickly with this, surprisingly. And that's only because I know what my opponent's deck is. Otherwise, this would still be a horrible hand. I would still be crying that the game isn't being fair. It would make me sad. And instead of playing the Titanic Growth here, I am going to keep dropping dudes. You'll be surprised with two kind of unblockable creatures, even something small like this, how easy it is to lower a person's life total. I'm going to wait until a little later to play Titanic Growths. Just, you know, don't get in a habit of playing them super early. Don't get in a habit of using spells to try and reduce a person's life total very, very quickly, because it's a bad habit. Usually you want to use spells like this to protect your creatures and get a bonus, or, you know, if this is going to help you remove your opponent's creatures, that's what you want to do. The Wandering Wolf is also going to be pretty good. You can make that guy unblockable. This is cool. I basically have, it's not these are entirely unblockable, but if he doesn't have a flyer, and if his creature's power is lower than mine, then these are unblockable. So this is cool. And if he's not going to be dropping permanents, then I am super happy. Like, I am getting mana screwed on this. Like, it's not exactly fair. If I were playing against, you know, an actual player or a different type of deck that I didn't know the deck, I would probably be sad by now. It would just make me super sad. This is cool though, because this combos with the Titanic Growths. And if he doesn't, yeah, I was gonna say, if he doesn't play a permanent, he might be dead this turn. What does that guy do? When it deals damage to an opponent, draw a card. Well, that's not going to happen. I'm going to swing in. He is likely going to block the Kiln Fiend, because the Kiln Fiend is just a 1/2. And now I'm going to Titanic Growth one of these. This is going to get a +3 +0, so it's going to be a 4/2. And that's going to be enough to kill his creature already. So I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the damage to his face. Again, killing his win condition card. And that's why I said these are sometimes removal in a way. I mean, like, you got to look at them like removal. That's how you gain card advantage. If I had just played that earlier, you know, let's say I only had one Titanic Growth in hand, and I'd played that earlier to hit him in the face, you know, it might be good as far as the damage that I'm generating, but I wouldn't have removed his creature. And this should be the kill turn. Whatever he blocks, I'm just going to Giant Growth something else. And that should do it. Alright, please give me Charmbreaker Devils. We need this card so bad so we can keep on going through our planes. We want it. Alright, we've got a Fling, which is cool. And a Counterlash. We are getting discouraged. I know, we are. That's okay. We got more videos coming. We're going to keep playing through, and then as soon as we get that Charbreaker Devils, we are going to the next plane, so stay tuned, and we'll keep playing, man.